I only have 27 arrows. I said I wanted to get a few more, but I don't know if I'm gonna need them. Why did I save where I saved? I think I didn't have any particular reason for it. Now I basically assigned Galerius to do every single possible task, so I'm kind of assuming that he's good. He can just be mayor, probably, if I go trigger the election right now, which I will do by talking to Equidia. I just have to find her. Where am I? I think this is probably leading back to the start of the game. Yeah, this is what's up from that ladder. Oops, I stood in the fire. No big deal. So curious what happens if you wave a gun around, though, at the start of the game. They probably don't recognize it. Well, Equidia's got to be somewhere around... somewhere around here. You have anything new to say? It's been a while since I spoke to you.
What is it, citizen?
You still don't look at me? All right, I'll be going now. It would be funny to check all the other dialogue for people who decide that they're voting for Galerius. Do you have anything to say?
Now?
Nope. Who are you gonna vote for?
I'm not going.
Lol.
Whatever. Just remember.
All right. Well, Equidia's got to be somewhere around here. Or she could be in her house, I guess. She is in her house later in the day, I think. Is she? I remember finding her here once. Maybe she's there earlier in the day. I don't know. I can check upstairs. She is not upstairs. She could be by the Oops, this is the balcony. The front door is this way. She could be by the forum. Anywhere? Has she been by here? Oh, is that her?
I hope you're coping.
No, this is Yulia. She's telling me to cope.
A golden bow.
Whisper keeps saying find me. I wonder if that's part of like... I don't know how that's gonna happen because we're gonna go to the temple. Are you in the temple or are you somewhere else? Because if you're somewhere else, then I don't know how I'm gonna find you because my only goal right now is to get into the temple. Oh, Georgius was who we're supposed to ask about Kabash. But why wasn't that an option? That's sort of weird. Aurelia said that Georgius was seen talking to Kabash about something, but we don't have the option to ask him about it, and I need Equidia. I guess I could just end the cycle. Because I know at the start of a cycle, she's at the top of the stairs or at her house, so it can't be that hard. Is she hanging around near the election spot because it's almost time for the election? That would be... would be kind of over here, maybe? I think, yeah. She's not here. Hey. Yeah, I'm trying, but I cannot find Equidia. I think I'm just gonna restart the cycle, honestly. I think that's gonna be the quicker way to do it, because I just don't know where she is. Well, sure, let's just restart the cycle. So the quickest way... Who's closest to the starting area? It should be pretty easy to run there from here. Let's just... There. I think it's this way.
The many shall suffer for the sins.
No, this is gonna lead into the slums. Well, that's fine as long as I don't get shot. It should be okay. Oh god, this is not the most straightforward path to the Shrine of Serpina. Oh, this is okay. This is a decent path. It's okay. He won't remember that I just shot him. He'll go do everything I say. Dude, Sentius, come on, get over here. Get over here, dude. He doesn't care that I'm aiming the bow at him. Maybe this is the white hallway. It's kind of like bright colored. It's not really white though. When am I getting to this white hallway? Dude, I've already been to the white hallway. It must just be some random hallway.
Salve, friend.
Surely some hallway in this game has been white. All right, I need you to take care of some things. That, that. Hopefully I don't have the option to pay him the 2,000 anymore, because yeah, I don't think it happened. I just click, but I didn't see the minus 2,000 anywhere. And there we go.
Are you... You're serious, aren't you? I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message.
Thanks, Galerius.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all.
Don't even really need that. Oh, but I might have to ask him to run for mayor, though. So I guess I kind of have to wait for him to finish all the things. Is there a fast forward mode?
You, Tantalus,
Well,
cannot
while
catch
he's
the
doing that,
dragon
I'm just gonna go. I guess I'll go grab some arrows in case I need them. Not there. Maybe like. Oh, hey, Aquidia. I do want to call the election, but not right now. Yeah, she's unavailable, unfortunately. That's fine. It gives me time to go grab some arrows. I guess he's also unavailable. Everyone's unavailable until Galerius is done. He always... Does he start with this? I thought he would start with this. Everyone's busy. Yulia looks busy. We should talk to her later.
Wonder how much one of these statues.
Just grab some money, I guess. Why not? Don't think I'm gonna need it, but might as well while I'm here. Great. Oh, this is a way to grab some arrows once he dies, but the way I was thinking of was here, I think. Whoop. Yay, 6 arrows, and then I just have to fall and take damage, because I don't know how to climb down a rope. And then there'll be a few more arrows here in just a moment. Ugh, Virgil says ugh to everyone, not just me. You can search his body before he's even finished falling over. No, do not take the normal wooden bow. Just take bounty notice. Yeah, sure. Fletched arrow, single denarius. Did he die to get here? Was he killed? Did Nero kill him? Because how do you get here? I mean, maybe there's a loophole you can get in if you just have that coin and you're not dead, but...
Salve, Rufius. I hear your rheumatism has you so riled up you've been harassing Virgil.
What? My condition is nobody's
Oh yeah, I always
business.
wanted to see what happens if you ask Rufius
no
about
need for
Virgil
that.
before you
I just
cure
wanted to give you this
his
willow bark
rheumatism.
to
We
help
might
you
check
treat
it later after we beat the game. I'm gonna go do a quick little roundup of things I was curious about.
Thank God. Finally, some relief after all this time. Thank you, Galerius. You're a good man. And I'll be sure to leave Virgil alone. I know I haven't been at my best lately.
Appreciate that. Now, I've got to run.
He does. He has a lot of other things to do. All right, what's left? Are you done? Nope. Surely you've saved Ulpius by now. Surely, are you gonna go do this one? The Ulpius thing should kind of come first. Oh wow, he's just gonna shout through the door?
What now?
I have a message from Malleolus.
Yeah? Who's it from?
The Emperor. He knows Malleolus's real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and demands he withdraw from the election and release Ulpius and Iulia immediately.
Thanks, Galerius.
Are you out of your mind, farm boy?
Domitius, that's enough.
What? You're not going to listen to this dolt, are you?
Galerius, all right, I'll withdraw, and Ulpius and Julia are free. I trust our business is concluded.
Yes, that ought to do it. I guess I'll go and tell Ulpius the good news then.
Domitius is still unavailable. All right. Oh wow, where did he go? He sped off. Oh my god. What's the oh, because the way to get there is actually over here. That's why I couldn't see where he went, because he went this way. Oh no, it's not this way. Thought it was that way. Because the temple is, you reach it like through the side here. Then oh, it's like there. How do you get there? Oh well. I can see the dialogue. He got there fast. Okay, how am I hearing dialogue from all the way up at the top of the temple? Also, how did I get so lost? I thought I know where the temple is. Oh, here we go. It's this stairway.
Citizen,
Oh, he's done. And he's running to do... God knows... Oh, he turned around. Is he done? He seems busy. I don't know why he just turned around for no reason. He doesn't look busy to me. He's just kind of standing around. Can't even tell where their voices are coming from.
Malleolus just released us and we never have to set foot in that villa again.
What? How?
Galerius arranged it somehow.
Really?
A golden
That's
bow. Just
incredible.
like Apollo and Diana.
Oh, what a...
I don't want to go lose Galerius, though. I want to keep track of him. I think that was probably his last task. We just have to wait for their dialogue to finish.
We'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will.
Galerius?
Thank
He
you.
really doesn't look busy to me. He really doesn't. Okay, now he's not busy anymore because he lifted his head, right? Oh, no, he's still... Come on. Come on, dude. Look, Yulia's done. It's all good. Oh.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Thanks, Ulpius. I like how Malleolus is announcing his thing a second time now. He's so busy. He looks busy. This is what I look like when I'm busy. That's my busy face. All right, dude, come on. Come on. Okay, Equidia is being told that he dropped out of the election over here.
But thank you for telling me.
Yeah, Whisper, can you help? Can you let me talk to Galerius? That's the help I need right now. Okay, Equidia is about to go tell everyone that Malleolus dropped out.
Citizens, I have an announcement. Malleolus has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default.
Actually, I'd
Oh,
like to nominate
he's doing it?
myself.
He's just, I didn't ask him to yet.
Of course, Galerius.
Was that?
That's
I guess
your
he's just
right.
always wanted to. He doesn't
Citizens,
need my poking him
the
into it.
election will proceed.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and
Yeah.
how is it possible?
I guess I'll tell him. Why not?
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Even if you don't win, the next election will be here before you know it. I have a feeling you'll do... Yeah, I started the cycle over, so I had to wait. Because I couldn't find Equidia anywhere, so I just restarted. And I've had to wait basically like 10 minutes for Galerius to finish doing all his shit.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now,
Dude, you
I'm
just
going to
saved
keep your
6
secret.
lives.
Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway. Oh, and if our conversations ever...
Great, well that's done. Hey, Equidia, where the heck... Where did you go? No, where did you go? Please just tell me you went back home. Oh, okay, she did. She should have delivered the news to more than just that one location, but okay.
A new face, Arve.
Yes, very new
It
face.
must be completed. It'll be... Why do you ask?
Why do I ask? Just start the
As I
election.
said, I'm planning to hold it...
Holding it early, I mean, I just want it.
Well, I wouldn't describe impatience as a good reason exactly.
Well, it may prevent conflict.
Yes, I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. The last thing we need here is additional conflict.
I don't think there's any more arguments. Everyone just
I'll
loves
get things
Galerius
started
now.
right
But you
away.
know what? Fine. And I wonder if that means the day will end without the golden rule breaking. Though I don't know how you trigger, like... Because even if Sentius doesn't, you know, summon me
It is
because of the
time.
golden rule today,
Let us
it could
meet
still
to
happen
elect
tomorrow or
our
the day
magistrate.
after. How do you prevent the golden rule from being broken forever, you know? Yeah, the impatient reason is pretty stupid, especially if you don't do any other dialogue. She's just met you. Ave, welcome, a new face. Can you hold the election now? Why? Well, I just want it done, okay? I just want it over, okay? Get out of my house, is how she should have responded. But then we're like, well, it would prevent conflict. Oh, yeah, no, true. If you think it would prevent conflict, yeah. Who are you, by the way? Yeah, well, like I said, I'm just headcanoning that, like, you have talked to her. You just kind of went through all those options. This game just didn't need to show you. You had the... Oh, she zooms. They really don't like having people walk upstairs, do they, in this game? They couldn't program that, so they just make them zoom. Is Decius gonna vote? Decius... Oh, well, he doesn't really have... Who's Decius gonna vote for? Because I don't think Galerius helped him at all. Galerius helped, I mean, he helped Ulpius. He helped Virgil. He helped Rufius? You looked a little bit lost there. He helped Rufius, so that's at least 3. We have Horatius, that's 4. But did he help Georgius at all? Georgius didn't really need help with anything. But Georgius is thankful if you help Fabia, so I don't know.
The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee...
Oh, I guess we don't have Horatius. Right, he's not a vote for Malleolus, but that doesn't mean he votes for Galerius. Yeah, we don't have Horatius. Right. You saw how my brain worked there, though. I was like, oh yeah, he's not for Malleolus. He's always not been. But yeah, no, he's still Sentius. Decius will probably still do Sentius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Decius.
Told you.
Sentius.
Yep.
Virgil.
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius.
Decius just sucks. There's no way to get him on board.
Rufius.
The man who treated my rheumatism.
And helped me stop harassing Galerius.
You have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helver.
What?
It has been decided.
What?
Magistrate Galerius, would you like to make a brief address?
Makes sense that you could ride them, yeah.
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Nice. Magistrate Galerius, his name tag changed, and Sentius is just Sentius. You can't say get out of my villa right now.
It's almost as if you're trying to extend my lifespan.
Domitius said he wasn't going. I actually asked him, and he said he wasn't going. All right, let's go talk to Galerius, see if he has anything new to say. He looks busy. Everyone looks busy. They're all walking back to their places. Hey, Dooley.
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius.
Oh, the plaque really is just right there.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes.
Yeah, it was just there.
I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Achievement unlocked for rescuing Dooley. Oh, he's not busy. He can talk.
Hello? I'm Dooley. Magistrate Galerius said I should thank the newcomer. Are you the newcomer?
Totally. Yes, that's me.
Oh, it is you. Then, thank you. You're a big helper.
I am.
I was locked up, but they let me out again. I'm so happy.
Yay, you're welcome.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want.
I didn't even ask, but he just offers it.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. and he said he always would. But then he died.
Yeah, what's up with
But
that? There's some
before
other
that,
treasure?
He told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find
I
something.
feel like it's an
very
alternate way to
precious.
do something I've already done.
He gave me a key to the cisterns and told me to keep it safe. He said there's something very precious way up high. Please help me find it. Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could
Yeah, see,
trust.
because you don't need the golden bow to beat the game. So there's another way to get into the Upper Cistern other than
Oh,
climbing
thank Here's
the
key.
vines. But how do you reach the Sumerian, whatever plaque without the golden bow? You have to get through all those enemies. I guess you don't have to shoot them, but... Right. I mean, obviously, you have to do either this plaque or the golden bow to reach Centilla. They make you do something big.
Find it. In the cisterns, way up high, Hannibal said. Oh, look over there. Something shiny. Is it treasure?
You're still in a barn, dude. Where? What's shiny? There's nothing shiny. Oh, well, this. Oh, there's a golden statue.
And it's just lying out here. Maybe nobody wants it.
Oh, this?
Maybe no one will mind if I just...
Please don't break the golden rule. In case you break it, I'm gonna just grab this plaque.
The many
Oh
shall
my
suffer
god, Dooley!
for the sins of the
No!
one.
Oh my god! They were right to lock him up. Oh, Dooley, no! Let me just quickly save in case I get turned to gold before I... No, Dooley! Okay, he gave me the key though, right? I still have that key. Key to Upper Cistern, yeah. Where's the doorway to the Upper Cistern though? Because I didn't even see another door up there. Oh my god. Dooley. That's so funny. Just felt something on my leg, and I can't tell if it's the drawstring of my shorts that moved or if there was a bug. But I need to run to the... Yeah. One second. You know what? I don't see anything, but like... Well, you didn't lose the audio. I just walked away from my microphone. I'm assuming you still have audio. In the game? Because I tabbed out of it. Yeah, because I tabbed out of it. It doesn't, wow. Oh my god, that is so funny
friend.
and
Mind
sad.
telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
Why does that? Why would that be the dialogue? What changed that he didn't say that before? I wonder if I can tell him about the stuff. About what happens to Dooley.
I've bound, but
Why is Dooley in a cell?
Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. That's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really has it in for him, for some reason.
Well, if Malleolus runs, he's going to break the golden rule and kill us all. And if you run, you're going to break the golden rule and kill us all.
How could you know that? You overheard him say that? Oh, why does that not surprise me? Well, in that case, we need to find a way. If you can do that, and set... All right.
Well, maybe I can ask... Can I ask him to do the stuff still or not? I guess I don't have to.
No.
Oh, it's too late.
All right.
I didn't ask him. But it doesn't matter. Let's go Where is the entrance to the upper cistern then? I'm just curious. The lower cistern is obviously...
I trust.
Path is near the start. Oh. If this is the lower cistern, then the upper cistern would be... Alright, I'll go all the way back then. I've gone up there-ish. Yeah.
Fortune smile on you, brother.
Maybe there's somewhere I didn't notice. I mean, it would make sense if it was kind of around here somewhere. Let's keep looking. I'm just curious. I didn't even remember finding a door in there when I was there. I guess maybe if you just keep going. Oh, isn't there the, there's that cave. There's that, yeah, there's like a little cave, but it's not this way. And it had like a locked door, and I think I never opened it. Yeah, no, I think I know where to go then. No, not right now. Well, I'm fine, thanks.
Another. We've all been where you are. I used to lay awake at night, contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid.
Yeah, okay. So you're a Christian?
Please keep that to go with me.
Like, I'm just like, she didn't say anything to make me think that. I'll be going now.
This is how it ends.
No, I'm really not.
No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back.
That's
Okay, I really didn't want to. Good luck with that. I'm out of here.
Just as much as mine. Are you
No,
really
it isn't.
Just going to...
Yeah, I can't help you.
Well, if we survive, I'll remember this.
I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Was that my fault?
Was it your fault? You just refused to help me with him. And then he did the very thing he was threatening to do. What is wrong with you? Well, I suppose it means suicide. I'll have to let everyone know what happened, and I'd best...
She will be mad at me now.
I hope you're coping.
No, okay, she'll talk to me.
If you like.
Oh, be gentle on yourself, she says to me. Okay. Yeah, so the place I actually wanted to go is, I mean, just in case it affects the ending, I should do this on a cycle where I've helped everyone, so I might just make that happen. But, let's go look for the other entrance to the cistern and then just restart the cycle and do this a little bit better. Of course, I don't think it will matter. The game has kind of shown that it's not going to have people update for late game stuff. But hey, can I get you to vote for Galerius? Oh no, because he hasn't, he's not in it yet. What was I trying to do? Oh, I'm trying to find the place, the little cave. And I think it's along the sides of somewhere here. Not here, this is the garden. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to find, honestly, because it's kind of hidden from what I remember. Just somewhere along these paths, there's a little cave in the side of a cliff, but it's really hidden. So, doesn't matter. Oh, there it is. Is it there? No, damn it. Was I thinking of this though? Because if I was, then that's the wrong. Then I wasn't thinking of the right thing. This is right near the start though. If you go down, oh, a chest. Hey, money. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I think this is what I was thinking of, but this then can't really be correct. Please make it back up. Oh no. Oh no, I don't want to have to jump to my death. Oh, I guess I wouldn't. I would just fall into the farm. Hey, goat. Ooh, I can get another golden egg, though I don't know what that does. But I can take it. It's not stealing. Eggs don't belong to anyone. Oh, there's also a goose. I never noticed the goose. I guess I won't shoot it. I don't know where this is. It doesn't really matter, I guess. We've already done the thing that we needed to do, so I guess I'll just say forget it about that. I'll just get back to the outside if I can find it. Ugh. How do I get back out? This way, maybe that way, going here. This is the slums. Slums are really close
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his great foe, braying.
The many
I like how Aurelia's dialogue line still shows at the bottom. Gold statues can't get me here, right? New main goal, run. Nope, that is not my goal. That is not my goal right now. I already did that. Man, Sentius, you're really taking your toe. Oh! Sentius! Hurry up! Sentius! Close the door, Sentius! I like how they're not gonna shoot Sentius though. Okay, cool. Sick. Okay, well, I mean, there are 2 more endings. Maybe one of them does need you to get the ending on a run where you made everyone happy, so. Salve, yes. Do that, do this, do this, do this. Go as fast as you can. Meanwhile, I will just go to the temple. I wonder if there's any other dialogue things that you... Oops, this is not the way to the... Oh, the ladder. I wonder if there's any other dialogue things you can get after freeing Dooley and having Galerius elected. Because, man, the day ends very quick after you elect him. But I am kind of curious if there's people you can talk to that will comment on it. Sentius kind of doesn't seem to have anything to say to you, though, so probably not him. All right, it's time to confront Hades. Yeah, if he's not evil mode, he probably does have something. The temple door is locked. Of course it's locked. I need to... How can we pass this test if we don't know the rules? Okay, Talos Principal. What am I supposed to do with these plaques? Unlock the upper cistern with Dooley's key. I don't think that's necessary. I mean, if anyone knows where the upper cistern is and can just tell me where the key is, I will go open it just to get that lead marked off my thing. But otherwise, I just don't. I really don't. Oh, wow. You get a really nice overview of the whole area from here, huh? So what's this? Oh, this is like someone's back. I think this is like Sentius's backyard. Yeah. That's Malleolus's house. That's Equidia's house. What is this area? This is, oh, that's the palace. You would think it should be somewhere near the lower cistern. The lower cistern is here, so the upper one should also be nearby. But I think what I was thinking of when I said that cave I couldn't get into was just that place with the grates. Hey, what's this though? Hey, I bet this is it. Sick. Got it. I'm not able to go in though. Is there something in the way? Oops, not my bow. My flashlight, please? Oh, there we go. Scintilla's weeping. Oh, the door. This is that door at the end. Oh, I thought this led, like, out of the city or something. But I guess it doesn't. Maybe that's the way out of the city or something. But yeah. I mean, I can't really help you. As soon as I let you... The only way... If I let you out, Sentius immediately comes in and leads me to the ending, right? So I literally just can't... I don't think I can help her. Right? There's no way to help her without immediately... I would like to help her. This is my time to do the good ending. Oh, okay. Maybe I can tell her not to immediately break the golden rule.
What? God, am I going out of my mind? Are you going to let me go or not?
Oh, if I let you go, everyone else will die. Yeah. Wow, I don't even have a choice anymore.
You can't just leave me here.
Oh, I guess I can change my mind, but that's interesting that it locked me into that for a moment.
I hate you. I spit on you. I hope this drags you to Tartarus.
I take it back.
You're back. Have you come to let me go this time?
Yeah, what if I round everyone up?
There's no time.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't do this right now. I guess I'm not able to. I mean, if I let her out, Sentius will immediately arrive, right? So, I mean, let me just double check it, but I'm pretty sure.
You're back.
No, because the only option is let's get out of here together.
Thank you. Now follow. Wait. Did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door
forget
behind
it
me.
then.
You distract him.
Oh, I tried pressing
Stay right
F9 to
here
reload.
and
It
keep him
didn't work.
talking while I look for something I can use.
F9, escape, tab. Ugh, I don't need to do this. I was just checking. But no, there is no way to save Scintilla.
Where is she?
So
that is how it... So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do?
Hey, we've had this conversation, dude. You already remember it. Oh, no, we haven't, because it triggers an ending. Right. I told you I was going to break you.
Do you really think you could...
Yeah, whatever.
Scintilla?
I just want to reload, please.
I'm right here, Father.
F9, F9, F9. Dude, die quicker.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go.
All right, I'll be right with you.
What's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Yep, I did it. I created a time paradox. Please let me press F9. Please. Please. F9? F9? No.
Hi there.
Hey, Al, I really don't care about this. F9. I'm sorry, Scintilla. I would like to help you. If only you had been reasonable. If only you had just listened. But otherwise, I've got to go. Don't worry, I will help you as soon as I get this Pluto dead. Whoa, can't see anything. Okay, great. So now that's no longer a lead. Obviously, it was optional, but I just wanted it done. So I have to return all 4 plaques to the obelisk. And then I can create more time paradoxes in 2 other ways. All right, let's return the plaques to the obelisk. Oh, this is the obelisk. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this is gonna be a white hallway, I'm sure. Not that white. Loading. Oh. Oh. Was that was that just a loading screen? I think that was just a loading screen. It just hadn't loaded whatever was outside. Or like, because look, when you go here, yeah, you get a loading screen, and then if you go here, the door opens. Yeah, it was just a loading bug. Okay. Speak his name? Well, I don't know that. This hallway is kind of white. Look at the floors, white tiles. It's basically a hallway. It is definitely just a hallway. Hades, Lord of Many. Oh, I get to pick. Wait, Pluto is one. Hades was the other. Osiris is the one from... So wait, this one is Roman. This one is Greek. What was the other two? Roman, Greek. I guess Sumerian is Nergal. What's the fourth one? I've already forgotten. Roman, Greek, Sumerian, and Egyptian, which is Osiris. Right. Who do I want? I mean, I'm curious about the Sumerian one, because I don't know anything about them, so maybe we can learn. They didn't like that, huh? I guess it really is just Pluto. Oh, Hades works. Can't do Nergal? Okay, fine, we can do Hades. It did make this very... Is this Greek or Egyptian? I thought this looks kind of Egyptian. Oh, do you have to pick based on... Hades would be wrong this time because... I think I had to pick Hades because this is Greek, because Greeks are the ones with these like pillars and whatever, maybe. And then this one is Egyptian themed, which means it's Osiris. And then this one is... I don't know, so I guess it's Sumerian. Oh, that was only 3 of them though. Oh boy, it's white. It's white. It is a white hall. Didn't I only open 3 doors though? I didn't ever pick Pluto. I think this might be the white hallway, yeah, but why is it so technological and future-y? My god, was it aliens all along? What? I mean, that's a twist, but I don't... Is it a twist for the sake of a twist? What does this mean? How is this going to like recontextualize the story? That is definitely a white hallway. Is it aliens? It was just aliens all along? We're on a spaceship? Who are the whispers? Is it an alien? Oh, who are you? Hello?
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You are unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do.
What if I never got the golden bow?
Recently. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk.
What's your story?
I will allow you to satisfy your
What's your story, and what do you think of the golden rule?
Ask what you will.
Are you responsible for the good? Dude, it should have just been, what do you think of the golden rule? It should have been. But okay, what's your story?
Is many thousands of years long. You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know?
You're a god? You like men?
It is a matter of perspective. God is a label I was given by you mortals, not one I gave myself. Your ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful. just as you might seem so to an
Yeah, but why do you look human?
But despite all
I guess
that,
Charon does
there are
too,
rules
so.
even I must obey. My kin and I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand and communicate with your kind. In time, we grew fond of the sensory delights it affords: desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow, while an acquired taste can be addictive.
Yeah, show me your true form, please.
Long ago, I swore.
Oh, Proserpina exists, huh?
For as long as we remain.
Can we meet Proserpina?
I must.
This guy just looks like Rufius, kind of. Who's the woman on your left? Yeah, the woman on your left that I noticed over there, totally.
This is my beloved. Like me, she has been known by many names.
Didn't even notice you.
Ereshkigal to the Sumerians, Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks.
Didn't see her.
To the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as
Does she
the goddess
breathe?
of
Does she
springtime,
blink?
The cycle of life and renewal.
Oh, okay.
Your gaze lingers too long.
Who's that on your? Oh God, there's someone else on his right. I didn't notice that one either.
Is my servant.
Oh.
You would have met by
Hey.
the river, though she wears
Oh, it's
many
Charon,
faces
okay.
and goes by many names.
So is Charon in on this plot?
Tubal to the Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians, Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans. Her role is to ferry souls between the mortal world.
Yeah, I don't
and
think he was
this
suspicious of
to make
anything. I
the
think he's just mad you're looking at his wife.
as possible. For that, she earned herself the infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferryman. You will talk more later. For now, ask your questions.
We'll talk more later, but for now we can talk. Asking questions is just talking. Let's talk about something
As
else.
you wish.
What is this
It's
place?
come to be known simply as the Underworld, and it exists because of
Oh, a wager? Is that why coins are involved? That would make sense. What was the wager?
That is a long story, one that began over 3,000 years ago and continues to this day.
Mhm.
You see, long ago, my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars. We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric. You all but destroyed yourselves, your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet Proserpina saw raw potential and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Suna. We offered guidance in agriculture, toolcraft, and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, and soon you returned to your old ways of violence and ignorance.
So this guy decides who breaks the golden rule, I guess. He's
My
just
kin
been
had
observing
seen
everything,
enough
which makes
and gave
sense.
up on your kind,
Seemed like someone had to be
condemning you as
observing.
barbaric and chaotic, scarcely more than animals. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia unspoilt by conflict and unimaginable in its beauty. But my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave her behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind. And so she began her inescapable
Does he see all of my loops, or is he looping too?
Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a
Ah,
deep frozen
yes, that
sea
explains why she
to
doesn't
prevent
blink or
age and
breathe.
sickness from claiming her. And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo what she has done.
He looks so normal.
But he refused.
He should look
I did everything I could. to
slightly
persuade
more,
him,
I don't know,
but he
epic.
would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium, and no exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, He proposed a wager, the terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year,
See, this makes
then
sense.
Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in Elysium. My
Well,
part
just make
would
a
be
city
to
of one.
remain
Just get
behind
Alworth living alone. Never do a sin.
without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment. And so my reward has been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter, waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her faith in you.
He's not like evil.
So that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of spring.
Okay, this backstory
And here
all
I
makes
am
sense.
after all this time.
But wait, are the people who come here still actually dead? Because these guys aren't actual gods. They're just people with better technology. So, like, is Aaron actually bringing dead people and somehow reviving them? Or, like, not? That I'm still unclear on. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I don't feel like it, like, retroactively makes me go, like, oh my god, that's crazy. Wow, now it all fits. It's just like, yeah, that is a backstory. I cannot poke holes in it. It makes sense. Some games, their final reveal makes no fucking sense and it's stupid. This one at least makes sense.
There were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names, but perhaps you knew them by their Roman names. Our leader, Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres, and of course, my beloved Proserpina.
Yeah, we do know the Greek names way better.
As the first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape. I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians. Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization, the Egyptians promptly built over what had been built before, and made all the same mistakes. After another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive, and then the Romans, and they all did the same thing. They built upon the underworlds of their predecessors, renamed their gods, and ensured their foundations were forgotten.
Well, Americans didn't do that, at least, right? If you just kind of kept going to modern day, eventually that would stop. You know, we might build like a church for Jesus or whatever, but we wouldn't have the 12 million gods.
To ensure the wager was fair, it was important that my subjects were chosen at random. To this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from silver, a rare element at the time, across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant.
Okay, so they are actually dead. It was just random. Okay, who comes here? Because they just have
As the
coins.
tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds on the wind. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as Charon's obol, or as coins for the ferryman. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for, only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to
Wow,
do,
all of them were done by ancient Rome time, but then the last 2 survived until me and
to
Al.
ascend beyond this rock, and Proserpina is along with it.
Well, I've proven I'm good. Okay, I did shoot a lot of people a lot of times, but Al? What about Al?
It is a regrettable story. One of the first men who came to this place was a king of Sumer, and a troublemaker.
How did the
To be
assassin
rid
get
of him,
here?
I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place. But the erasure did not take completely, and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream. His tales were committed to writing. It came to be
Congrats,
known as
Forgotten City writer. You filled in all the plot holes of Greek mythology. You made it all make sense.
Later, the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning. And in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them.
Whoa, 5 Greek people escaped. Right, that's where these stories come from. That makes sense, yeah.
A poet named Orpheus.
But it's weird, how do you escape if you're dead?
They each told
I'm
embellished tales.
unclear on the process of how Charon takes dead people, brings them here, and then they're
And so
alive.
from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome.
Can you get here if
your
you're
kind
alive?
has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth.
All right, well, let's talk about something else.
Course.
What's the golden rule? How do you feel about it?
That is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing.
Why turn people into gold? How do you do that and keep them alive? I guess you just have your alien technology.
That is a story dating back to the very first wave.
Oh, there's going to be a good
After the Sumerians
explanation.
finished
There has been
building
for
their
everything
city,
else.
The self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate. Now this man was unmarried, and many women were vying to become his wife, a prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, 2 were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching dresses and painted faces, their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman, recognizing that she would require an advantage to win the ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold. And when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into her own hands. While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place. She checked that nobody was watching, pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat where she broke her neck on the rocks below. But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer.
So the goal is basically because he just got really pissed off at a sinner one day.
She might serve as a grim reminder of
And then he
what
was like, yeah, this is a good way to punish people for sin. I'll just keep doing it this way.
But that was not enough, for the entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. I gilded them all to make way for a new wave. and began
You know, it makes sense.
And
It
to
makes
this
sense.
day, each of them, and
If
all
you
that
need the
came
whole
after
city to be sinless
lined
and
the
someone
halls
sins,
of
you
the
just gotta
city,
throw them all out.
Inanimate, but conscious. Suspended in time with only their sight and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to and lament the folly of your kind for eternity, as silent golden sentinels.
Right, but of course, even the innocent people, he like makes them watch. He could just kill them, but instead he turns them into gold forever, right? That's what he just said.
And I left, but that was not it. So I had, and to this day, suspended in time with only their
Yeah,
sight
what
and
about the,
hearing
why are you
preserved,
making the innocent
so they
people
may
bear witness? Why are you
and
punishing the people who did nothing? Until then, it was like, okay, sure, I understand your perspective. You're mad at sinners and like, you know, you're a god. You just want to get your wager done. You think humans are, you know, lame beasts that can't control their impulses. Sure. But like, why are you punishing the innocent ones? Now you're evil. Now I'm going to have to kill you.
I give your kind a second chance at life, as well as ample warning about my law. And when you disobey, and you always disobey, you force my hand, bringing terrible suffering upon yourselves. And so you ask if I am the one destroying your lives. And I say, no.
Perspective was reasonable until now. Now he's just punishing innocent people for no reason. So, nah. What if I told you, bro, like, oh, well, the Elysian Lord doesn't want Proserpina to return. He sucks. So I've decided all Elysians suck, and I'm going to punish you because he sucks. Like, come on, dude. Come on.
When my kin departed, they left behind many relics, which I inherited.
This guy sucks. But we seem to have a plan to take him down. That's what Proserpina wants, so...
Who the Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of her bow, and tasked them with hunting down the Forsaken at my behest. They became known simply as Furies.
Like, I mean, we're gonna take him down. Proserpina seems to have a plan. I don't know if Charon is in on it or not, especially because in the other ending 2, she didn't really seem to care if we, like, succeeded or not. She was just like, all right, you're back. Okay, cool. I'll take you back home. I don't know why she would do that, but, like, you know, whatever.
I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong on one's own.
Mm-hmm. Man, the philosopher guy would love to come here and talk to you. He'd have more of a good time talking to you than me.
Can ever cover all possible scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you.
I said that this was
even the so-called
sort of where they were going.
Among you often say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Does he know about America in 2000? He seems like he's still in the year 0, you know?
The faculties required to apply it to any situation.
He doesn't seem to know about the modern day stuff.
Express this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
That principle is not as easy to apply as it sounds. It doesn't seem like you've been upholding it either. Yeah.
Enough.
I've always lived my life that way. Lie. How do you know I haven't? How do you know that's a lie? Maybe I have. How do you know when people sin? Well, I just decide.
I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes.
And so how does this explain why the thing only triggered when Fabia realizes that we committed murder, but not when we did it? I guess because he's sort of watching, like, on surveillance cameras, but he doesn't really know that we knew. But as soon as he gets proof that we know, then it counts, maybe. And I guess he saw me steal that loaf of bread. Maybe there's a statue nearby.
If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
No reason.
Then what an odd question.
I've seen some terrible things here that you didn't consider a sin. Yeah, please tell me. Give me at least some decent answer for this.
Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations, or are you going to give?
Yes, I will. Decius, and Decius. Price gouging.
The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined?
Bruh, if you don't even understand Ethics 101, we can't even have this conversation. We can't even have this conversation.
I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others.
You know, good point, I guess.
Paying the price
sure.
Anyway.
He was treating others how he'd want to be treated. He would want people to, you know, he would want people, he would be okay with people treating him like that because that's his view of how the world works, right? So it's... Well, the way the game explains everything is that it's all being decided by some arbitrary person. So if anything doesn't make sense, the answer is just, well, that's how this person thought, you know? Yeah, exactly. So it does make sense in that way because of course it makes sense. I do sort of agree with this idea that yes, Decius does think that the world should apply that way. And if it applied to him and he got screwed over, of course he didn't want that because we did screw him over, right? So... And he was not happy with it, so you can't know. Yeah, you can't know. Plus, he really weakened his argument here when he said, and anyway, he'd be capable of paying the price. The argument was not he's treating others the way he wants to be treated, and that way is charging 1,000 for medicine. Not about the number. The argument was that he's asking a price that the person is incapable of paying. So no, he wouldn't be capable of paying the price, because if you treated him the same way, you wouldn't ask him for 1,000 for it. You would ask him for 50,000, which he wouldn't be able to afford, and he would get pissed off. So I disagree.
Supposing you're right, and my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately.
No, that's not the point. This guy sucks at having arguments. He's just completely deflecting. Stay on the topic of if Desi has treated others how he wants to be treated. Don't just say, okay, well, if you're right, then I'll kill you. Is that like, this guy sucks at debate. He actually just sucks. I am right.
Then your desire to be right outweighs your desire to survive.
It often does.
You will make a fine statue.
Oh, shut up. Oh, I can't do all the others now?
Do you really think you can wound me, a god, with that primitive weapon?
Yeah, I will totally break your chamber and seize your crown. All right, let's find out. Or I don't even know. I don't even know what these options. Did they do something different?
Many shall suffer.
You want me to shoot the hat? Take the crown. Where did it go? Where did it go? What? Follow Dude, where did the crown go? I didn't take it, did I? No, I didn't get it. Where did it go? I have no clue. It's still there? There. I took Proserpina's crown. No, it doesn't work on him, huh? Where's Charon? Hey, Charon. Charon is terrified. I should try talking to him later. I thought it was a her. All right, well, I got the crown. I guess I can do this convo again if I want to see some of the other options. I don't know why Charon is terrified, but I like that I can just leave. Plus 25% running speed. I'm a fugitive. Well, I have a crown. That seems pretty useful. I'll have to do it again, yeah. I mean, I did taunt him a bit, but the other option was to just back down and, like, not... Look, it was more important for me to be right, basically. It was more important for me to be right. I wasn't just gonna let him get away with a shitty argument. He completely avoided the topic, and he just... I don't know, that whole list of, like, logical fallacies or whatever, or, like, ways that you should not debate things, he broke all of them. He just sucked. He just sucked at arguing. The argument wasn't about whether I think he should enforce the rule there or not. I was just pointing out the break in his logic. He was granting me some, but then he stopped arguing. He just went, well, if you're right, then I'll kill you. And I was like, okay, that's not the argument. You should actually continue debating whether or not I'm right. You can't just pivot. Oh, whoops. What was that second option? Well, crap. Too late? Whatever, let's just do all this stuff again. Cannot climb. Climbing is hard. There we go. We got it. I don't know what that second option was, but it looked kind of important. But it's okay. We didn't do all the dialogue, so we'll go back. But at least I got the crown of Proserpina. I don't know what that's gonna do. Oh, okay. The first one is Pluto. Oh, I guess I did do all 4. Yeah, the first one was Pluto because it was just this normal Roman room. Right. I guess I forgot I even did a first one. Or did I? Pluto. This one is Roman, which is... wait. It's Greek? Yeah, and then Pluto, Hades... Yeah, maybe it was just open. I don't know. And then this one was... which one was this? Osiris? Yeah. And last one is Nurgle. Hey. Oh yeah, there are people on your left and right. I really didn't notice. It's in order from newest to oldest. Oh, that does make sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Allow me to introduce...
So he doesn't seem to remember the Oh, see this? It's Proserpina's crown. Oh my god. No, let's
That is merely the...
let's do some of these others.
Do you plan...
So, suicide I saw.
I've seen no such thing, but in any case, taking one's own life is a self...
Oh yeah, it didn't happen.
It is not one that is done to others, however they may be affected by it. Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide...
Well, you
has
do
done
make them all
anything
sad, though I don't agree that a suicidal person needs to think about others' happiness, you know, but I don't really disagree. Oh, look, I disagree with that is the same for all of them. So for all of them, he just says, all right, well, if you're right, then you'll die. Like, okay. I do kind of agree with that. Oh, it is literal, but suicide doesn't technically hurt anyone. The only logic by which you can say that suicide hurts anyone, that logic would mean that anytime you do something that isn't what people want you to do, you're hurting them, right? Well, I wanted you to become a lawyer and you didn't, so, you know, you're hurting me. I wanted you to go on a date with me and you didn't, so you hurt me, right? I don't agree. So I don't agree that there's any way to consider suicide as a sin by the Golden Rule, because if you did, you'd have to consider so many things as sins. So yeah, I say fair enough on this one.
Tell me.
A scam? A scam is bad. He's going to be like, well, people technically agreed, which is... No, that's one of his worst arguments.
Yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
She wouldn't want someone else to sell her hemlock if she thought she was buying a means of escape. Right, but she would be okay with people defining a contract in a specific way. Like, no, I don't buy that.
I disagree. Having watched that tavern keeper, that is precisely what she would expect from others. She would view it as a game, one she intends to win.
You can't know that. Yeah.
Applying this rule always requires speculation to
well, then it's not a rule. Rules
it
don't require speculation.
What another person would want if they found themselves in another situation.
Yes.
Not if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
Well, you're not.
Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
I guess not.
Now tell me, what other sins do you...
Sure, I'll finish your dialogue. Debt bondage.
You speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
He wouldn't want to be trapped in a 30-year labor contract because of a loan,
and he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years.
I mean, this guy is basically just a lawyer. Well, the terms and conditions stated, so it's, you know, I don't know. I'm not a philosopher, so I don't know the exact argument against it, but there is an obvious argument against it, I'm sure. It's illegal under my law. This is a stupid answer as well. This is not a good debate answer. Because it's just like, well, where I'm from, it is. Well, that doesn't help. That's also subjective, dude.
Ignoring your irritating sense of moral superiority.
Classic American moral superiority.
I'm curious, how do people escape poverty where you're from?
Well, sometimes they just don't.
I see. And how long might it take such a person to...
Right, he can make the argument now that that's also immoral, because it's all subjective. Yeah.
I fail to see how your system of loans is significantly different.
Yeah, basically. You have to prove it's different. You can't, like, it's all on a scale, right? And if the answer is, well, it's just kind of like it's on a scale, yours is just kind of worse, that's not really a good answer either. So It's not the same thing. Oh, everyone's doing bad debate now.
Supposing you're right.
No, of course not. Experiments on the golden statues. Those hurt. Those were done onto other humans, and they definitely hurt.
The midwife and the palace, yes. How is that inconsistent?
Why do I need to explain this? She wouldn't want to be experimented on. Yeah, basically.
The rule is do unto others, meaning other people.
Oh, they don't count as people anymore. Well, yeah, a lot of people, you know, in America 100 years ago would have agreed with you on this. Oh, well, they don't count as people.
What happens to them is no concern of mine.
How do you decide what, like, it's so stupid. That's, I see. I don't even know how to answer that. Abduction? Who got abducted? Oh yeah, Scintilla got abducted by her goddamn father. How do you... Okay, this one you cannot. Well, Sentius would be okay being abducted, so...
Abduction? You mean the magistrate imprisoning his daughter in the cistern, I take it?
It could be seen as trying to help them, it's true.
Escape, a sin I take particularly seriously. Better that he stops her from...
How is escaping a sin? It doesn't hurt anyone. It only hurts people because you'd hurt them.
City to punish her. Wouldn't you?
Like, this is like abuser logic, right? Like, if you try to escape, I'm gonna have to kill everyone, which means that you're killing everyone if you escape. Like, I do disagree. Okay, he doesn't even have an argument on this one.
No.
He can't. No wonder people say the gods are cruel. This just shows how unreliable and subjective your moral code is. You're no better at judging right from wrong than any human. Exactly.
Do you honestly think you could do better?
I mean, yes, I could do better than him. Obviously, I couldn't do it perfect, but I could do better than this. But sure.
I should strike you down for that.
And if you did, you'd be proving my point. Lol.
Now, did you have any other questions?
At least I didn't make him mad enough to kill me. Let's talk about something else. See this? It's Proserpina's crown. Throw. Why would I don't even understand what that would do, but like, okay.
I would recognize that anywhere.
He does not know about the time loop. Does Charon know about it?
What is this?
I guess not, because it's from Proserpina herself. I took it from her after I killed her in another timeline. I'm badass.
Vile, despicable creature. Why?
He wanted me to.
And worse still, boast about it.
I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the golden rule, I will do it again. I could do this all day. End the golden rule, or I will. Oh my god. Stares aghast.
You have put me in an impossible position. If I refuse, you will murder her. And yet, if I agree, I will lose my wager and return to Elysium humiliated and alone.
Yep. What are you gonna do about it?
I have a choice in this. Your treachery and savagery have opened my eyes like nothing I've witnessed.
It's self-defense, okay?
And now you have shown me your species' true colors. And I see that Proserpina was a
Haha,
fool.
what an idiot. This is what Proserpina
This
wants.
has gone on too long.
Achievement unlocked. Psycho. Intimidate the creator of the golden rule.
Of all of you. But know this. If I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind...
We're perfectly fine here. We don't need to ascend. We don't want Elysium.
Very well. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Why? I'll do it. I'll do it. Why?
Once
Let's
this
ask why
exodus
first.
begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox.
Yep.
What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in
Well, if I save all these people, especially if... Can you turn the gold ones back to being human? Because that would be good. I'm ready.
You would best pray our paths never cross.
It's going to be ending 3. It feels like it's not quite ending 4. Hey, I persuaded him. I persuaded with threat. Main goal completed. Hey, Al. Figured you'd be here. Is this the temple? I think this is the ruins of the temple in the year 2000, right? Probably? Yeah, it is, and that's the ruins of the city.
Hi there.
Hey, Al.
Well? Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account
Galerius
into a
left the
tablet.
notes this time.
Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on. Meanwhile,
and curing
the oracle
rheumatism.
walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just
Well, when you put it all
opened
like
up to
that.
him. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next
Oh, I
thing he knew,
persuaded.
the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him, and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
Yeah, that was me.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water.
Oh, I don't get to
city.
tell him everything
Follow
this
me.
time? Because the name of the oracle isn't written. If it was written and it was my name. But I could be lying and saying it's my name in the other options. But okay. I guess that's it then. I think that was we were overlooking the ruins of the city. I wish I could have looked at them all. But yeah, this is, yeah, now we're back to where we started the game. Right. Oh,
I'm going to
something
pause here
happen?
for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lorded.
Yeah, good idea. All right, I'll go on ahead. I guess Charon is going to have some stuff to say to me this time. I'm lost. This way. Cool. How do you get lost on a straight path? Who knows, but I did it. Oh yeah, this is the riverbank. We're here. Charon, what are your
You're
thoughts
back.
on all of this?
But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al? Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
I discovered, well, this last time I chose this, but I kind of want to choose this one this time to see if that does anything different.
Really? Sounds amazing. And did you... Oh, look, here he comes.
Oh, okay.
Al, it's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Is he gonna be like, I don't know you, I met you 10, like,
believe what we
a day
found.
ago.
The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing
It was
an
different
oracle
this
who
time,
confronted a
right?
god
But I
and
still wanted
undid
to
an
see the
ancient
other
curse.
one. But I guess it would
Sounds
lead
like
to
quite a
something
story.
different because it said I
And
met
I look
you.
forward to hearing all about it.
Yeah, I
But
know.
You two look exhausted. Why don't...
Sounds good to me.
And you?
Yeah, it leads to literally nothing. Is it like different this time though, or is it just like slight differences because you met her? Oh, okay. Are we in a museum? I guess me and Al set up a museum for this. Current exhibit: ancient Rome, Greece, Egypt, and Sumer. There, Sumer is not Egypt. Sumer is not ancient though. Are you Al?
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. I read about your trial in the news. Congratulations on your acquittal. Still,
That's what
sorry
Al
you had
looks
to go through
like?
all that. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate.
Why does he look
some
different?
Good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius's tablet, and I found
His hair is a
something
different color.
strange. I'm Sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
Yes, totally. This diagram makes sense. There was 7, there was 16, 10, 4, and that's when this happened. Oh, is this like a... Can you interact? Is this like a touchscreen tablet? Oh. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh my god, you made more people?
There he is.
Of course, it's these people. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, Dooley.
You're finally here. Remember me?
Yeah?
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Charon appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance.
Is it different if you did talk to him multiple times instead of just rushing to the temple? What are you doing with yourself? Oh my god, long ending segment. I see. You're with Equidian? Oh, sure, why not? Okay, let's take a bathroom break and then we'll go through all of this. Hi, Galerius. You're still there. Okay. I don't really know what happened. It's very anticlimactic, and I kind of wish I'd chosen that other option with Charon now, but whatever. All right, what are you doing these days?
I used Charon's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got
Still a
villa on
farmer.
it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change
Yeah,
it.
the modern world is better than ancient Rome, that's for sure.
I know. I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to
Nice.
get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
I don't know if I will be. I'm not really sure what happened with me, but yeah, sure. What if I'm jealous? What if I liked Equidia? I can say no.
Of course. There's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you. So you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
Well, I wish I had talked to them all so they didn't just say, oh, I never met you, but you know. The Oracle. Assemble as many people as possible in the museum. I guess it's an achievement for just having, like, really spoken to everyone and done everything.
Of course.
But of course, they don't remember. I never spoke to Equidia this time, so...
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you.
Good to see you, too.
So, you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just teasing. Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
Yeah, luckily I did tell him to go do everything, and I guess he had time while I was talking to the god. What are you doing with yourself?
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting. We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family. And Dooley too, of course.
You really want Dooley as a third wheel?
It's just opened up for us. There's so much to learn and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us. For all of us. Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely.
Yeah, it's like, why do I have to ask you about Livia? Can't I just go talk to her?
If you'd like to ask her yourself.
I'll do that. I'll get right on it.
See you at the wedding, I hope.
Hey, Dooley. He's a gym bro now or something? Why does he have a gym bag?
Hello, I'm Dooley. Galerius said you're very nice and a big helper. Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't like it.
What are you doing these days?
I live at Galerius and Equitia's house. They look after me now and help me remember when I forget things, like brushing my teeth.
I'm sorry you never found your treasure. Aw.
Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box now. Galerius got me a box that tells stories. It's my favourite thing.
I like the story box too, Dooley. They are great.
Yeah, they're fun.
Good to see you again. It's a relief of Proserpina. Oh, it's the thing, the Lorarium. I remembered its name. All right, is that Yulia? Oh my god. She would wear the, like, business outfit.
You're the Oracle, right? Oh, of course, sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save
This
my
must be
life.
different if you do it yourself,
And of
though.
course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend.
Everyone's
and
gay.
I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was. Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed? And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like
True,
flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry, you already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about.
Sounds great. Is
I have
Navia
noticed
here?
people from your
Probably
time
not.
have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
Dude, what's his name? Domitius. How's he gonna get along in the modern world? He's just gonna go become, what is it, like a pickup artist or something? I don't even, whatever happened to Malleolus and Claudia? Are they here? Hopefully
Last
not.
I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital. As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld. After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
Oh, yeah, you've learned German words. You're allowed to feel
Thank
that way.
you. You're very kind.
Yeah, I am the Oracle. I'm like a god. I give you permission. I would have liked it, I guess, if I did this after having helped all of them myself in this run, but I understand it only changes like one line of dialogue. What happened to Aurelia? Oh yeah, she better not be here.
Ugh. Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on.
I mean, I did want
Even in
Galerius
your
to save
time, life
everyone.
Still isn't fair.
'Cause I did think it would
Apparently,
matter.
he'd proposed before they'd even met. And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck.
Oh my god. Sure, that's funny.
Well, you are the Oracle, so I suppose I'll take your word
She
for it.
married a Nigerian prince.
I feel better already. Thank you.
Good to see you again,
too.
Yulia.
If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
Remember when I asked you if you knew a way out? We had good times.
I hope so.
Oh my god,
Hi
Lucretia is
there.
also... Oh, I thought she had like a business outfit because I only saw the black part, but no, she's got like a nice dress.
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you. Lucy
Hey.
is fine. I'm making
Lucy.
an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone.
Yeah, it is cool.
Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So,
Yeah, she's Lucy. Oh, her name tag. Yeah, her tag actually changed to Lucy. Oh, she only has one
I'm
question.
studying to get into medical school. As
Makes
much as I
sense.
resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
Good to see you, Lucy.
You too. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, it does still kind of look like a Roman thing. It just isn't actually. Cool.
Hey.
Oh my god, Horatius and Sentia hanging out with him. I always said she looked modern.
Hi there, I'm Horatius.
Yes, I've met
I
you.
understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life. And reuniting Scintilla with us as well. So, thank you.
Dude, I don't want Scintilla to end up with Ulpius. She left him. She left him behind. He deserves better.
I'm living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot. But some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
I'm sorry you never got to see your girl again. Oh, right, that, yeah.
You remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time, but that's done. In the words of
Oh my god,
Epictetus,
stop quoting people,
"As those
dude.
who rode behind
Dude, I want to see
triumphant generals
Domitius.
remind
He's
them
probably
they are
not here,
mortal.
though.
Remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever.
Well said. Dude, I can't take the word cope seriously anymore. I'm not gonna say that because it just sounds rude. Yeah, dude, cope.
Thanks.
Whatever happened to your buddy Domitius? Were they buddies?
He's not my... Oh, I see what you did there. Good one. He had more trouble adapting than most. He got himself disqualified from the UFC. So he started some kind of...
Oh my
underground
god.
bloodsport tournament, like we had in Rome. Suppose it appealed to people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that. But his look finally
I don't even
ran
know
out.
what the UFC is, but
His
it
life
I
along with
can
it.
gather from context.
You know what they say. Live by the sword, die
He
by
just
the sword.
died. Cool. That's a... Yeah, he got what he
You're not
deserved.
wrong.
Good to see you,
And you.
Horatius. Okay, Horatius has got to be pronounced with a sh sound. It's not Horatius. No way. Hey.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming. Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what happened. I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto
I like how it makes sense that
Serpina
people would
emerged
change their
from the Great
names, so...
Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with.
So Galerius kept his name, and so did
You know
Aquidia.
what? The important thing is, we'll never see him again.
Cool. What are you doing these days?
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world.
Oh.
I can go
Does her
wherever
money
and
still
do
count?
Whatever I please.
The Roman
Of course,
coins?
I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me.
Alex.
Because it's just awful out there.
Is this a real person or just? I can't even tell if they're making a joke. I think it's just Amazon Alexa. That's Amazon's, right? What's the name of Google's? Alexa is Amazon, but isn't there like another one? Oh, there's Cortana. That's Microsoft. I don't even remember all their names. I don't think Google has a name. Google's name is just Google.
He's still there, all alone. The last golden statue in the underworld. Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time. Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
He did tell me he wanted to live forever. It seems excessive, don't you think? I don't think so. I mean, I guess I would. I wouldn't torture anyone for eternity. Even if they did something bad, like, maybe you punish them and then you let them die. For eternity is like, you know, we're not supposed to be, but the whole point was that we can't judge. Like, yes, sure, he's a clear-cut case where he did something bad, but like eternity is a lot. So, yeah, I don't know.
Then I suppose he got his wish.
Well, good to see you, Cynthia.
See you around.
We just immediately adjust to the new name. Oh, it's Georgius and Fabia. Hey. Of course, Georgius finally has a nice outfit in the modern day.
You must be the legendary Oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius.
Good to see you too.
I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that, I am most grateful.
What are you doing these days? You became a fashion designer, obviously.
It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure Aegean Sea. I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
Yeah, exactly. If you found your country still existed 2,000 years, it would be... I feel like they're sort of underselling how mind-blowing this is for these people, but, you know, it's been a while. They've had time to adjust, I guess. Consider, what did he say? He wants me to meet him somewhere.
You too, my friend.
Oh my god, is Fabia wearing a bunch of makeup?
You're the one we've been waiting for. I'm Fabia.
Why is she wearing like a caveman dress?
I wanted to say thanks for sending Galerius to save my life.
Magnificent museum.
I don't know how you knew, but I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure.
I hope we find Virgil and he's just with like some random guy that we've never met. He's like, yeah, this is my boyfriend now.
I'm just so happy to be here with you and everyone together again, even if it's just for one more night.
What are you doing these days?
It's not like I have to work with all the silver Charon gave me, so I just do what makes me happy. Mostly that means baking for my friends and looking at memes while binging TV shows in yoga pants.
Yeah, basically that's what she would do. Yeah.
Thank you.
She's happy.
I really am. You too.
Oh, this guy. Well, I'm sure he's happy to have learned what happened.
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
I was wondering if he'd be here, but I figured he should be, yeah.
We have. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Oh, he has a name now. It wasn't Philip in the past, was it?
I never thought I'd leave that cave,
Is Philip
let alone the city.
Ancient name?
And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive. And it seems I have your catabasis to thank for it.
Oh, okay, maybe his name was always Phyllis. What the fuck is a catabasis, dude? Anyway, I'm sure he has a great time in 2000. He has lots of philosophy that he can debate all the time.
To the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around in life.
I guess because Charon had, what, like 1,000 different coins that were scattered around? So I think she sort of divvied them up amongst these 20 people, and that's why they're all rich.
My sincere thanks once again.
Was that explained? It might have just been explained, but I've come to the conclusion on my own.
Some soiree, innit?
Oh my god, why is Decius here? Every other villain is gone. Please keep off the furniture. Come on, what the? He just knocked it down? Why is he here?
Oh, hello at last. You must be the oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Decius.
Can you become arrested right now? Can the security come and kick you
I
out?
wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
It was
Such acerbic wit. I love it.
What are you doing these
I
days?
took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market.
Yeah,
That's
of
where the real money is
course.
now. In fact, I was hoping to ask
They're gonna
your
make an
advice.
NFT
You
joke.
being the oracle
They
of the
will.
futures here and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next. I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling, and arms. What would you recommend?
I would recommend apes. No, it's not gonna let me pick that? Okay, I wouldn't help you even if I could.
Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Decius. I won't take no for an answer.
Oh, right. What year is this taking place? Is it just 2000? No, because my character said I lived through a pandemic, so... Yeah, it is a little bit too early, right? Because you said this came out in like 2021-ish. I guess the NFTs was just a little. I mean, the NFTs... Were they not a thing in 2021? Was it like a 2022 thing? Or maybe I think they were just kind of just starting to be a thing. Feels like... God, I don't even know. Passage of time. DVD rentals have a bright future.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm gonna make a bloody fortune. Of course, don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
All right. Who is that? Oh, it's Octavia.
Hello there.
And Olivia. My God. She cleaned up.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Hey, you get to be in a majority Christian country now.
I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure
True,
the
she is a
person who
hairdresser,
drove
yeah.
off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it.
Is she just like part of the Christian church now?
Living in Rome again.
Oh, she's in
charming
Rome.
little flat
Okay.
by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life
I really only had one thing
Like
I did
you
in the
helped
plot,
him.
so that's what I'm basing my life around now.
Thank you.
I wish this game did
means
more
a
with
lot.
some characters. I like Octavia. I wish she had more of a role in the story.
And you. Oh, and I hope this isn't too forward, but some of us are going out for a drink after this, if you'd like to join
Yeah,
us.
can we all go to the bar together after this? I don't think we're actually going to go to the bar, but there might be like one picture of everyone there. Because that would be funny to see everyone in a modern day bar.
Wonderful. I'll see you soon.
Maybe pictures of like some of us at the bar, then a picture at the wedding. Oh my God, Livia, and she's fashionable.
Greetings. Thank you for your kind words and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
What are you doing these days? You're a hairdresser
I'm
again?
Recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while, at least until I'm well enough to be independent again.
Maybe she's not doing as good as she looks.
Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now. I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite enjoying the work
Oh, is
of a
she
fellow
hitting
named
on me, Octavia?
Poe. I think I may have found a kindred spirit.
Why would she be hitting
Men have
on
called
me?
me mad.
I didn't think so.
But the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence.
Yeah, sure. I don't.
And
Good to see you,
you.
Olivia. Greek lion. Oh, it's the weird statue that just doesn't seem to have a neck. All right, where's Virgil? Who else? Oh, there's a lot more. I've forgotten a ton of people. Yes. Wait, is Virgil with... Oh, Virgil's with Rufius. Right, I forgot. That has to be a thing, right? Oh, hey, Kabash. What is up? Did you just ask?
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle. You know my name?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. You are an Oracle. You know many things. I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place, and for your role.
You still in denial about your religion?
This world is truly wondrous. For a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is
I think it
time
would be
had some
funny
fun.
if like one of the characters actually just became like really fit well in 2000 and was like, oh, I'm like a programmer. I just graduated from, I got my degree in computer science. I don't know if anyone left would fit that. It's probably not going to happen, but it would be funny. Yeah, you've earned it, dude.
Thank you, Oracle.
It's the statue of Kurti. Oh.
Hello there.
Oh my god, Scintilla. Huh. She looks kind of like Karen, doesn't she?
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own
I feel like that's
name.
not on purpose,
After
but she
you
just
drove
looks like
Pluto off,
Karen with black
Slappy came
hair.
and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
I'm sorry, I had no idea. Well, I kind of did. I couldn't rescue you, though.
Don't worry. Nobody did.
What are you doing these days?
I'm living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria.
He deserves better.
It's even more wonderful than I dreamed.
He
it would
deserves
be.
better.
I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us.
You left
If you're
him.
ever
You
passing
left him
through the
behind.
region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
Thanks. See ya.
It's nice to finally put a face to the name. I'm Ulpius. I understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life.
I wish I'd done it
The way you
personally
just showed
now.
up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake.
It only
I'll
changes like one line of dialogue.
be
I
forever in
know.
your
It's not
debt.
real. I know none of it is real. I just wish that they knew me.
I'm living with Gabriella in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new
Everyone
world
gets a
with all
very
its
happy
beauty
ending in
and-
this game.
I think, what if I'd given up hope? And
That's
missed
why
out
the
on
campaign
all
slogan
of
is "It
this?
gets better."
So
You
we're
never
living
know
each day
when
to the
you're about
fullest.
to be brought
And we
2,000
end all
years
the
into the
same way,
future and given a ton of money
sitting together
by
on our
God.
terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset over the rolling hillside. And I couldn't be happier.
I'm glad. You should still find someone who wouldn't abandon you, but you know, fine.
I wouldn't be here without you.
You wouldn't be here if Scintilla had gotten her way.
You too.
Okay, whatever. All right, these must be the last two. Right, I forgot, of course, he's going to be with Rufius. Talk to Virgil first, I guess. Who looks a lot like Alworth in the modern day.
I've heard so much about you. I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow. I'm studying to be an architect again, and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam.
Oh, it's just Rufus, not
Just down the river
Rufius.
from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
Thanks.
If you're ever in the Netherlands, we'd love to show you around.
Some people
It's
just
the
only have
least we
one
could
thing you
do.
can ask them. I wonder if there's a way to get two for them, or if I guess some people just have only one.
Nice to meet you.
You two, what did you say your name was? Yeah, I'm gonna say Rufius, but he's gonna correct me.
I go by Rufus now. New start, new name. Oh, and thanks, by the way, for telling Galerius how to treat my rheumatism. I probably would have lost my mind if it wasn't for that willow bark. Although I think your people have a different name for it. Aspirin.
This game is really good with the jokes, though.
Thank you. Really. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff.
What are you doing these days?
I live with Virgil in Rotterdam, not far from where he grew up. It's very modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. Good place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet. One adjustment at a time.
Yeah, he's the only person that we can actually talk to about like the mystery of what happened, apparently. I didn't even remember that he was that. I guess he did say, yeah, he was one of the... He was someone who told us about the statues, but I feel like a lot of people
Good
did.
to know. Anyway, it was good practice for the new world. Security cameras and smartphones everywhere. Got to stay
Damn, I
vigilant.
guess Navia's not here. You'll get used to it, I guess. I don't know.
You too. Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. We're grateful.
All right, I think that was everyone. So who's not here? Oh, I don't have an inventory anymore. Basically, Domitius isn't
Good
here.
evening.
Malleolus
Hello.
and Sentius aren't here. Navia's not here.
Oh, hello.
Is it just
Hey.
those four? Is there anyone else? No, I guess it's just Malleolus, Sentius, Domitius, Claudia,
Hi.
Navia. Nice big room that kind of just has all the same things as the previous rooms. Just the same statue of a lion again. Can I go that one? Oh,
There you are.
he just looks
I
like
hope you enjoyed
Virgil.
that. Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Aaron? Oh no, Proserpina, I guess?
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long,
Oh,
long
okay.
time.
She's older now, I think. She looked younger before.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina.
Well, she
former
looks like
goddess of the cycle of
Octavia.
life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
You were whispering to me all... I guess this game, like... I just think they could differentiate a few of these models at the end, because new Al looks like Virgil, this looks like Octavia, and Scintilla looks like Karen. But yeah, whatever.
Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic.
The messages really didn't help.
There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
Yeah, you did what you can. Yeah, you did what you could. Sure.
I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances.
What was up
as
with
they
Al?
needed to
He
avoid
tried,
his
but he
wrath.
just gave
So I
up
whispered
after
to
1,000
Sentius in
years?
secret, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my
I guess
shrine.
I'm just built different.
I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power, and so I put a safeguard in place. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life, so that it could only be used selflessly to help others.
Well, he somehow found a way to be selfish.
What I is that Sentius would retain his accumulated memories from each previous day.
Oh, right,
And as a
she didn't
veteran
realize
soldier,
this.
He had long since shed his fear of death. He quickly discovered that he could, in effect, prolong his own life indefinitely by exploiting the cycle.
Loopholes.
Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him. And there was little I could do but wait for someone like you to come along and see him for what he was. We are all fortunate you came along when you did.
What became of Pluto?
I don't know what
Not that I
happened to him.
care.
I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
But yeah, what about Charon? Is Charon a good guy? I can't tell.
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again.
Sequel?
I imagine we all will.
Sequel hook?
One day. And you. Although it feels
Well, wait,
like
what do you
I've
think
known
about the
forever.
Golden Rule?
Oh, and one last thing.
Did you revive them?
Those golden statues
Please tell
scattered
me you
throughout the
did.
city?
Yeah. Do you remember the golden set? Like, yes, I do remember the golden. Like, it rings a bell.
Good. Because they remember you. Well
That's
done, my
ominous.
friend.
Okay, they're all back.
Of all
Cool.
the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close
Everyone
to achieving
lives.
Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
I wonder if those are actually the people that the models of the statues are based off of or not. Yay, reach ending 4 of 4, the canon ending. Yeah, 4 is way further than all the others. I wonder what ending 3 is. Yeah, I think we should go see ending 3, but unless it's not that big. Is there anything from picking that other dialogue option for Charon once we've actually met her, or is it like not really that interesting? People putting pictures of themselves in their credits is a new trend. Yeah, probably nothing that important, just slightly different because we met her. But yeah, I'm curious what ending 3 is, and then I guess I'm also just curious if there's any other little things that would be worth looking at. But yeah, I mean, it's a good game. I wish it had a little bit more depth to it. I wish the characters weren't just, you know, talk to them, learn their story, maybe solve one little thing for them, and then they're kind of done. Oh my god, even the voice actors have pictures. Ending 3 is you have to talk to Scintilla about rounding everyone up, and then on loops afterwards, you can tell Galerius to round everyone up. Oh, you can actually do that. Wow. I hadn't, I guess I hadn't considered that. I don't know. Could maybe. Similar to ending 2, but the ending tablet says everyone lived. Oh, I did have that other option for Galerius, right. And I like clicked so fast that I didn't see what it was. And I thought it was because I had been in the temple, but I guess it was probably that. Oh, there's 2 ways to get ending 4. I see. I mean, I didn't even realize I was ending. I was like, I didn't really know quite what was going on with all of that. I just sort of did click the buttons that the game seemed to want me to click. Okay, this woman, Sophie Roberts, has appeared at least twice. She voiced 2 people. And so is that guy, Dennis Kleinman. He voiced at least 2 people. One way is to do the thing with Proserpina's crown. Right, that's what I did. I think I did that. And the other way is to just debate Lord him. Oh, I guess I failed at that because I kind of conceded a lot. How do you debate Lord him to a point where you don't concede and say, oh, never mind, don't kill me, but also don't provoke him into killing you? Oh, I could go look at it, but don't know if it makes that much of a difference. So basically, and you're saying this game was a Skyrim mod originally. So does that version of the game still exist somewhere? Or is there like a video of it somewhere? I'm sure there's a video. You had him kill you by disagreeing with him about the Golden Rule, and then you threw the crown. So there was a... Oh, I wasn't in the debate path already? I thought I was... Because I didn't see another path. Sure, I'll go look at the... Oh, okay. Sure, I'll go look at it. Sure, I'll go look at the debate path. Message from the developers. We'd love to make even better games in the future. I think you could. I think you could make a better game if you used this format, but just had a little bit more depth and made the game last a little bit longer. This game, the pacing was all right for like figuring out the mysteries. Like it was like nice how we kind of met everyone and then, oh, I'm doing the palace and I have the golden bow and now I'm going down into Egypt land or whatever. I just wish they had done more with it. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and there is something to be said about having a short and sweet experience, but I think they could have gone a bit deeper. Or if they wanted it to be this length, they could have had less characters. And I like all the characters. I actually really wouldn't cut any of them. But like, you could like cut Octavia or like Fabia. You could like combine Octavia and Fabia into one character and it would probably work, you know? They didn't do too much with some characters, unfortunately. My idea that I said earlier was like when you're going and doing the palace or Egypt land, maybe you could have someone come with you so you could sort of develop people a bit more that way. And I just wish you could maybe tell more people about Scintilla, just sort of follow up a bit more. I think everyone should have had like a second arc other than just, hi, here's my story. Here's what I think about the Golden Rule. You helped me with one problem. I'm done for the game now. Yeah, exactly. If you hadn't played similar games, it would be even more mind-blowing, I guess. But I just wish the characters had like a bit more to them. I wish they had a bit more of an arc in the second half of the game. But for what it is, though, it's cool. It's just, I think that would have really turned it into like a must play. Whereas now it's like, you know, a cool little game that for the first like half I was like really enjoying. But then as I realized it was sort of just going to end, it kind of, you know, it takes it down a level, unfortunately. But it was really good. I really like all the characters and I like all the dialogue. And even though the characters, you don't spend a ton of time with some of them, they all feel well developed within the, you know, the conversation you have with them. But yeah, if they wanted to keep it this length, I think they could have cut a few characters, maybe merged some of the stories a bit. Had like a little bit more interactions between characters instead of just only one-on-one talks, because it's hard for them to really develop that way. But yeah, the more people play our games, the more we can level up, for sure. Law and Order SVU intensifies. If you'd like to be the first to know when we announce our next project, please connect with us here. I don't need to be the first, but I will find out. Don't worry, even if I don't follow you on those things. I'm sure I will hear about it. Okay, sure, let's go. Let's try that option for Galerius and see ending 3. I'm curious if you actually see people get gathered. Probably not. Oh. Continue. Oh, it was... I don't have any questions.
And now it is time for your reckoning. Only, it seems, something is wrong. It has long been within my power to see into the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist until you appeared in this city.
I'm not sure. I'm still unclear on who my character really is.
Now, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here?
Well, I did, but you will 2,000 years in the future, yeah.
If that is true, then I sense the intervention.
Right, because Proserpina helped Charon do this 2,000 years in the future.
To be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
I can't tell you. Yeah, I can't. I was hoping you could tell me.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpina has slumbered for 3,000 years.
I guess that means you don't know everything that goes on here.
Tread lightly, mortal.
What? Sorry.
Enough of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. But answer this. Why have you come here?
Oh, maybe this is the other dialogue branch. I'd like you to put an end to the Golden Rule. Right, we don't... All I did was threaten him. That's why all the dialogue was like, oh, I heard you persuaded him. Yeah, because you do if you do it the other way. I'd like you to put an end to the Golden Rule.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong...
You're the one with wrong-headed arguments. Though I had some as well,
so,
to be fair.
Tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called Golden Rule?
Oh, I guess if you never found the golden bow, then you can't do the option that needs you to use the bow. If you're doing this for love, you should know that Proserpina doesn't love you. That's gonna make him angry. How can you expect us to live without sin if you can't do it yourself? That one's okay. The golden rule is corrupting the city and ensuring you'll never win the wager. Ooh, that's a good one.
How so? And be specific. You have made a grave allegation, and I expect you to back it up.
I would say, before even looking at the options on screen, the stress of living under the golden rule and knowing that you could die at any time from something out of your control probably makes people really stressed out, which makes them more likely to commit a crime because they're not in a good headspace. That's my best argument. Let's see if that's one of them. Oh, well, it's just we just give examples. Okay, I thought we were gonna argue the principle of it. But yeah, Decius is price gouging because he knows nobody can take it by force. Rufius has become so paranoid that he's jumping at shadows like Virgil's. Why is Virgil's sexuality a shadow? I guess like the idea that there's something scary about it is a shadow. Right, because he thinks it could be a sin. Aurelia is exploiting people's desperation by selling them hemlock. These are all the things we kind of already brought up.
True. I have witnessed him doing that.
Oh wow,
He
we
is
can
a
just give him
volatile,
everything.
confused
So this option is just you have to kind of prove that you did the whole game. Basically, if you didn't get that golden bow, you better have at least figured out everyone's problems.
I admit, I have grown disturbed.
Yeah, okay, you have some shred of humanity in you. Yeah, Aurelia, I do. Yeah, she is kind of disturbing.
His cruelty does seem to grow greater.
Okay, he's really easy to persuade.
If you're right, my involvement has corrupted the very thing I sought to observe impartially. But if I were to accept that, are you telling me these humans could coexist peacefully without theft?
Some of them could. Malleolus couldn't, Decius couldn't, but some of them could. I'm not gonna say yes. I'm gonna say no because yes is not true. But yeah, it's funny. Like, can you prove to me that the golden rule isn't working and that there's still sinners? If this was Phoenix Wright, it would be like present, switch to profiles, Aurelia, take that.
How so?
We use violence to discourage bad behavior, to neutralize criminals and overthrow tyrants. Of course, his rule already allows you to punish a criminal, but like, sure.
How is that working for you?
It's 2,000 years in the future. It's working pretty well. On average, life expectancies are climbing and crime rates are declining. Yeah, sure, I guess, technically. I mean, it's working better than it has 2,000 years ago. Technically, yes, that is true. Progressives hate this hate this game for claiming that actually society is pretty good. Yeah.
So you say, and yet your world is still imperfect.
It is still imperfect. Yes, we have not reached perfection. Are you one of those people, a fucking person who always an all or nothing, a perfectionist? Come on. It's getting better all the time. Is it? I mean, it really seems to me like it was kind of getting better for a long time and then has been getting worse, but maybe I'm, reading too much political propaganda. It just seems like over the past 10 years, seems like things have not been going so great, but I don't know. Could be wrong. Our world will always be imperfect, but the kind of force required to create a utopia will inevitably result in tyranny. Yeah, I'll go with this one.
You have spoken eloquently, and yet, if what you say is true, it follows that my wager was fatally flawed from the beginning.
Wow, at least you're not like Kabash. At least you can admit when you fucked up.
Knew more about you than anyone. Proposed a wager I could never win. Why would he do that?
Because he wanted you to learn. Perhaps he made a mistake too. No, perhaps he wanted you to abandon the wager so Proserpina would be free from you. Perhaps he felt threatened by you and didn't want a potential challenger. Oh, we inflate his ego. Perhaps he left you behind because your own kin didn't want you. I'm just gonna say maybe this. I don't know. I feel like all of these are gonna piss him off other than the first one, but the first one is just kind of weak, Sure, we can inflate his ego.
Perhaps. And if that was so, surely I would have sensed his deception. How could I have been so blind for so long?
You're no better than us. You're a monster on a power. No, I'm not picking that. That's not going to get me what I want. Perhaps you took on human foibles as well. Perhaps you were blinded by your love for Proserpina. It's very human. Sure.
Your words sting me mortal.
Maybe he would have said this to all three of them. I don't know.
Perhaps it is what I deserve.
Chloe would have known what to say.
As difficult as this is to admit, I have suspected as much for a long time now. And I cannot deny it any longer. I've been so fixated on taking
you
my
just like
beloved
Kabash. You
easy.
basically already knew.
Every time one of you sinned, it wore away my hope of being with her again. In time, I began to despise your kind for making her believe that you could ever be better than you are. But my rage was not born of malice. Quite the opposite. Everything I have done, I did because I loved her.
Yeah, that's what Malleolus
Who
would
knew
say about
this
his wife
empathy
too.
of yours, which you celebrate so much, could have such a dark underside. This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form.
That makes sense that there's other ways to do it.
Of all of you. But know this. If I abandon
Silver Tongue,
the
talk your way
journey
through
for
every
you,
possible
neither
confrontation.
she nor your kind may ever ascend.
Yep, we just want to return.
I will have...
There we go. You will be separated from... Why? That's not what I want. No,
What
why
will
is
become
okay.
of you is difficult to predict. Now.
I'm ready.
Farewell.
All right. I guess now I have to click through the whole ending again. Hey, Al. So Al just wasn't as good as me.
Oh.
He just gave up. He just tried. It doesn't even look like the same model. Like, come on. It doesn't look like the same model. Not just the hair that's
Well,
different. It's literally just everything.
No problem. I'm fairly certain you and I are, fortunately for us, apparently there was a community. They believed that if even then, one day, an oracle appeared, saving the life, foil, and so on. And the doors just, nobody knows what went on because the next thing he knew, unfortunately,
It's kind of just the same.
And did,
It must have just been really persuasive.
anyway,
I guess I can pick the other option from Charon now. Like, does she remember? Because that happened 2,000 years ago now, but I guess she would remember that it happened. Let's just go see what she says. Let's not get lost this time on this straight path.
you go on ahead.
Just keep going this way. Yeah.
You're back. Ah, why don't...
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose
Can't
you
skip
have
this.
questions.
Click, click, click. Who are you,
You can just call
really?
me Karen. I do not enjoy that
I think it's basically kind of the same, honestly. Pluto said the coins Al and I had were the last in existence. What does that mean for you? I think this is different.
It means I am
Or maybe
now
not.
bereft
I think she
of
told us this last time, but now we learned
There
it
is
from
nobody
Pluto.
else to ferry here. Perhaps
I think the rest is the same, yeah. Oh, Pluto mentioned that my coin was the last. What does that mean for you? We just asked this. It's the same thing.
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al!
Kind of lost track. And there was a...
You two. And
So wait, does Al actually know her? Because shouldn't he think it's weird that she's like, oh, thank God, it's been so long. I thought you were gone. Like, I thought he also just kind of got dragged up on the river and met her for the first time. All right, 1 year later, sick. Dude, it's literally not the same model. It's just not the same person.
You made it. What?
Cool. Yes, hi Galerias. Yes. Good to see you, Galerias.
Hey.
So next
Good
time I'll
evening.
reload and I'll just go start a new cycle again so I can see ending 3. Are all the people down there? Oh, yep, he teleported.
There you are.
Ah, I recognize that voice. It's nice meeting you.
Good. because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
Thanks. Is there anything else you can think of that we didn't do that would be cool to do? I'm guessing the answer to that is no. All right, let's get ending 3. Skip, 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 skip. Why is the escape button not working? Oh man, the escape. Oh, there we go. Finally letting me. I mean, if you can think of any, we'll do them, but it doesn't really matter that much. You can get wine by making a deal with Aurelia. Yeah, I don't think I can do it anymore probably then. Nah, that doesn't sound that interesting. I am curious what happens if you pay her 1,000 for the rumor, but I guess it's not really going to happen. See this? It's Proserpina's crown. I took it, I killed her, and the... Oh, I think I'm choosing the wrong options. Ah, crap, I chose the wrong options. F9, F9, Alt F4. That was not the option that would... I thought that might lead him to just getting angry and doing stuff so I could just go end the cycle, but no, it was not. You don't know what happens if Sentius wins? Oh, right. Can we... That is funny, because I guess you could make Malleolus drop out, but then not ask Galerius to do it, but if he just did it on his own this time, so I'm not quite sure how you would do that. But nah, none of that sounds particularly interesting enough, so I'll just get ending 3. All right. Are you responsible for the Golden Rule? Blah, blah, blah. Abduction. I disagree. I'm right and you know it. I'm gonna end this.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
That sure was a white hallway. I feel like the biggest twist of the game was just Charon being Charon. That's the coolest twist. Because there's really just 3 big twists. There's that one. There's just the one of like, oh, we're in the underworld. I guess that's a twist. And then there's Sentius is evil. And then there's just this whole last thing, which is like, it's like an explanation for the game, but I don't consider it like a huge twist because it's just like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You know, it doesn't really... Makes things make sense, but it's not like some huge game-changing revelation that I never would have expected. No! Fabia, no!
That is merely the name. You bet. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
All right, let's try to do that better this time. I have 25% bonus speed. The other fun thing to do would be start a new game, get the gun, and just go shoot people and see what happens. But I've gotten hit by the arrows before sometimes, and it didn't immediately kill me. This is the quickest way to get back to the start, isn't it? Because it's just right this way. You just keep running straight. But I am curious what happens if you shoot people with the gun. It's just funny that this game even has like a gun in it because like they program that in just for a 1 out of 4 choice. I guess it's probably not that hard to make a gun when you've already made a bow, but like still, the physics of like a gun going off is quite different. All right, dude, hurry up. Thanks. So the game, how long did it take me? Basically 2 streams of 4 hours, that was 8. Then we did 3 yesterday, so it was 11. And we beat it about 2 hours into this one, not even. So it took me about 13 hours. So I actually didn't go that much slower than you would expect.
Solid, friend.
The Golden Rule is going to be broken soon. I need you to quietly get everyone except Sentius ready to run into the upper cistern when the ground starts to rumble.
What? That's a big ask. But something tells me you're not kidding.
We love
Stick
Galerius.
my neck out and believe you. But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
See, this is like, are you surprised that I forgot that apparently his backstory is that he was like an angry, violent man or something?
You, Sisyphus, attack.
Oh, can we actually watch him do this?
That always
Start with Livia.
Salve.
Nope. He's like, she's too far gone. Yeah, Galerius is great. A lot of the characters in this game, even though like they don't have like tons of development, I just really like them all. I wouldn't have expected to like Galerius. He's just like random dude, but he's great. And his whole reason for helping you is basically just a plot device. It's not even that realistic that he just helps you immediately, but he really sells it. Was he just going to announce it? What if Sentius hears though? Yeah, he's busy. Is he doing it? Is he doing it? I'm just going to assume he's doing it because I don't want to wait.
Hey, you're not
Shut
thinking
the
about going
fuck
into the
up,
system, are you?
Domitius.
Good.
No, I wasn't. Turns around and goes right back in. Oh, go away. Thanks. Galerius, you better be doing the thing. You better be doing the thing like I asked. Is there anything over there? The weird little corner, I guess. Where the heck is the... Must be on the other side. Like, here? Here. There we go. But yeah, I mean, I do understand now how the whole game can be done without the golden bow, because to get the key for the medicine, you don't need to do it. To get up into the upper cistern, you just need to get Galerius elected. And, oh god. And then what else is the bow used for? Yeah, I don't know. But obviously it is optional. It's just totally optional. Didn't I get into the palace with the bow? Oh wait, that was where I first got it at all, but it's optional and like the bow can get wine for Claudia, right? But you don't need that because I don't know how I got it. Or is there some other way if you don't get wine? There must have been another way that doesn't need the bow. I mean, I think that's a cool feature, right? That like, since this is sort of like a walking simulator visual novel type thing from Aurelia, right, yes. That they do sort of make it playable if you just don't want any action at all. But going down into the Egypt place, that's action. That's not skippable, I think, unless there's some way to convince Kabash to just give it to you. Maybe there's a way to convince him to just give it to you.
How did you know? Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You
I feel like modern day Scintilla just wasn't using the same facial model because it just looked like Karen. All right, cool. Is everyone just gonna show up or is it gonna kind of happen off screen? I think it'll happen off screen because I just kind of become a paradox.
Where is she?
I'll just kind of fade away.
So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it? Do you? Who? Scintilla?
Yeah, I don't think it changes anything.
I'm right here, Father.
That's my Sentius.
The
impression.
many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Yeah, it is funny.
We have to go. The others should be right behind us. Hey, what's happening to you?
Wow, this looks like nothing is gonna change. Yeah, that's what I said. Probably was how it was gonna go. And we meet Al. All right. I mean, I might as well just get the little achievement for getting ending 3. Why do we sometimes start up at the top of the ruins and sometimes here? Oh, is it just because this is where I ended? Oh, right, it's at the top.
I was describing freed an imprisoned woman named Centilla, who then, it said the attack caused, apparently, Centilla and a handful of...
Just a handful, though?
God, this...
Oh, right, we have his suicide note in this one, but I guess we didn't in the other ones? Because the only way we can prove the time travel them is with the suicide note. Are you going? Dude, open the door. Yeah, I guess sometimes you don't have the suicide note, so you can't... Dude, go. Dude, I don't need to be doing this. I'm just doing this to get an achievement. Oh, you don't want me to go that way. It's this way. Okay, right. My bad. I guess the difference is where you were when the paradox happened. And then for some reason in the good ending, Al never committed suicide, I guess? Maybe? Because you don't have the tablet? I'm not really clear on that, but whatever. Anyway, this is obviously just gonna be the same, so whatever.
You're back.
Basically, if you didn't find out the truth but somehow get this ending, I guess you can only pick the bottom option.
There was my new friend. I know.
Here.
I don't know what became of you.
Sounds good.
And you.
Ending 3, the ones that got away. How many might have survived if you'd confronted the god of the underworld? Just a tip. Just a tip. You could kind of play better. You maybe save more people. Just a tip. Just some friendly advice. You could try to not let people die, you know? All right, well then, I think the last thing I'm going to do is Google, like, Forgotten City Skyrim mod playthrough. I just want to see what that looks like, basically. Goodbye, Forgotten City. You were a cool little game that could have been a must-play, but as it is, will just sort of remain as, like, you know, I recommend it if you like these mystery story, you know, visual novel, walking sim kind of games, but I can't recommend it as a must-play because of it just lacking a little bit of that depth. But it is a very nice experience. Yeah. It's too bad, but, you know. Yeah, exactly. That basically fit what your recommendation of it was, but I went in with my hopes even lower. I honestly just thought everyone's going to be talking Shakespearean the whole time and it's going to be a bunch of bullshit. Plus the Steam art, like the cover photo, I'm not sure I watched the not even sure if I watched the trailer, but the cover photo, it's just this ugly guy. This guy looks so ugly. It just kind of made me think it would be a story about going to Rome and helping a bunch of like very generic looking centurions. The idea that the game would actually have good characters, let alone that it would have like female characters, it just wasn't conveyed to me by this photo. I just thought it's going to be a bunch of Roman soldiers. I just thought it was just going to be like everyone is Horatius. Yeah, no, it's very similar to Elsinore. Elsinore's writing was fine. I just didn't play it. I just didn't play more than half an hour. But this is they are very similar, and I do still need to play that game. But yeah, they are very, very similar. I did notice that. This game is very similar to Elsinore, and it's vaguely similar to Nearly Human in that it's about a bunch of people trapped in a town that is vaguely cult-like, and they want to escape from the mysterious, morally gray leader. So, okay. That's spoilers, though. It's not really spoilers for Nearly Human. I feel like that stuff is basically said in the trailer and the description. But yeah, the cover image just made me think it's going to be I just thought every character would be Horatius, and if they're not Horatius, they'll be Livia. That's basically what I assumed. If I'd looked at any of the screenshots, maybe I would have felt differently. I don't remember if I ever did. We can do character rankings. I don't know if there's that much of a point to it, but there's probably like a tier list maker. Yeah, hold on. Let me check. They're a tier list maker. The Forgotten City tier list maker. There we go. Oh. Well, there is a tier list, but it has weird Greek tiers. Okay, so sure, we can go Galerius. We'll kind of put him. You can rename them, right? So we'll do like A+, or well, let's just start with like, well, sure, we can do A+, A-, A-, B+, B, B-, C+, we're gonna run out, C, C-, D, and then we just add here, add a row below, add 2 rows below. We'll just add D, E, F. Maybe I didn't need all the pluses and minuses actually. We can just skip that for now here. Delete A+, delete A-. Hopefully Galerius goes back. Yeah, there. Delete B+, B-, C+, C-. We can just, there we go. A, B, C, D, E, F. So we like Galerius. So Galerius a B? I don't know. Yeah, we love Galerius. He can be B for now. Fabia's okay. She didn't really do much, but she was nice, and I like her. I like that in modern days she just stays home and watches reality TV, and that's it. Virgil was okay. I don't have any strong feelings about Virgil, but he's also fine. Georgius was nice. I like Georgius like a little bit more. Georgius can be in like the C+ tier. We can add the C+ tier. So C is like my basic ranking for just things that I like. But Georgius was nice. I like his accent. I like his, yeah, he was cool. He's cooler than these two. These two are like, they're fine, but that's it. Desi, I kind of like Desi. Decius is actually really funny. Yeah. I think we keep Decius. I don't know if I can rank him as like a whole B up there with Galerius, who's like really great. I know he's the only bad guy who is at the end because he's funny. So sure, we can give Decius a B-. I think that's fine. I'm not going to put him all the way at a B, but he is really funny. He deserves to be a tier above because I guess I do actually like him as a character. Rufius, really just not that interesting. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Let's add the C- tier because like I don't dislike. I mean, actually, he's kind of like a D, honestly. C- is at least like, I liked it. Maybe not that much, but I can say I liked it. But Rufius, I mean, he's kind of C-. I like him a little bit. He's not that interesting, but I kind of like him, even though he didn't do much. And his personality was just, sorry, I abused the gay guy, but I'm better now. Yeah, he's fine. He can be C-. Lucretia is great. We love Lucretia. Equidia is also great. I guess she can still be a B. She was nice, but again, it just sucks. I wish they had done a little bit more with her, even though she had more than most people. But yeah, Equidia is great. I feel like these rankings are pretty generic. Like, yes, the 2 people who help you and are the nicest, I put at the top. Yulia also is like, okay. She's like slightly more interesting than these 2. But I just feel like I don't really get that much about her as a character. So I don't think she deserves the C+ tier. So she can be like vaguely higher than these 2, but only like a tiny bit. Assassin. Yeah, hey, Assassin. You can just... I don't dislike you. You were like, fine. I liked his attitude a little bit. It was kind of cool how he like was like, ugh, how can you possibly really believe this? You don't even see how delusional you are. Like, he had like a little bit of a cool thing going on, but yeah, whatever. Aurelia. Sure, she's kind of funny. I mean, she's horrible, but she does have a very defined character compared to the people in C who are just kind of like nice and that's it. So she can be like a C+. I don't like her, but she's interesting, at least. She's like a little bit interesting. She can be C+. Livia is a hard one. She's really annoying when all she does is quote literature. She would basically be like an E for that. But like her design is nice and she's still kind of nice despite that. And then like once you hear her, she like actually talks to you seriously. So it's like a hard one to rank for me, basically based on that. She really doesn't do much after you cure her. You just kind of talk to her and she's like, all right, I'm nice now. Thank you. And it's like, well, okay. Would that be, I mean, I guess, I mean, when you cure her, it is nice that you have this touching moment where she like, you know, she's happy that someone else understands. So she can just kind of stay at C basically. Yeah. I was like kind of like C plus just because like she does have like a really nice moment, which is kind of more than you can say for like Fabia and Virgil, who don't really have anything. Sure, okay, that's a good argument for C+, I guess. And it's nice to see her at the end with her cool haircut. She can kind of go there. Dooley, we love Dooley. Dooley's great. Dooley is great. We love Dooley. I'll sort the B tier later. They're just kind of going wherever for now. Domitius? I like Domitius. Like, I feel like basically, like I said, I sort of expected every character to be like Horatius and Domitius, but it's only those two. And out of them, Domitius is more compelling because Horatius is just kind of there and he really doesn't do anything. He's just like, hi, I'm like, you know, kind of a good guy. And, you know, I'm a Roman centurion and I'm kind of sad and I just live here and that's it. Like, there really wasn't much there. Not that there's much to Domitius, but it's kind of funnier how he has the whole intimidation thing going on and how angry he gets at you all the time. So Domitius can be in the C+ tier because he's more, yeah, he does more interesting things than these people. Horatius, D? I guess D. I don't dislike him. He's like fine. To be an E tier, I have to like dislike you in some way, and I don't dislike him. He's fine. He's like almost D-, but like the writing and the voice acting is good enough in this game that no one's really going to get that low because he's still fine, right? I don't dislike him. So yeah, Malleolus is cool. I'm still sort of confused about how like when you first speak to him, if you don't know that he's evil, he actually doesn't seem awful, but then he is awful. But like, I'm not quite right. I mean, I wish everyone did more. That's the thing. They have such great designs and voice acting and animations. It sucks that they didn't do a bit more with them. But yeah, I think Malleolus is an opportunity. They could have done a bit more. And like, he's not as like horrible of a person as like Decius or Aurelia. Like, he does bad things, but when you talk to him, he doesn't come off as like a massive jerk like they do. So I'm curious if any part of him, I guess he really did really want to be a leader. He thought he was like a natural born leader or something. Like, is there any part of him that is not redeemable, but like, you know what I mean? He just wasn't as much of an asshole as the others. But I don't know if that was for any reason or if it's just like, you know, whatever. He's just evil and he just wasn't showing it. But he's cool. I would say C+ probably because he was a cool villain. It's also, I think he gains the whole plus. He gains the whole half a point just for like, did you just jump into my pool off a cliff? Did you just scale the walls of my, like, I don't know if that's worth putting him up a tier, but like, it's funny. I like Sentius. He's cool at the start when he seems like a morally ambiguous leader, but obviously that was an act, but then he's also okay as a villain. So, you know, he can also kind of be a C+. I feel like maybe, yeah, I think I've been doing these rankings wrong. There shouldn't be that many C+. C+ should be the exception of the C tier. I think it's more that these people should have been C- because I like them, but like not that much. And then these people should be like here because I like them a basic amount. And then I don't know where Aurelia goes there. Georgius can stay though. He's nice. I like him, but not enough to put him in a B tier. Scintilla, F. Even beyond the fact that I hate that she abandoned Ulpius, there's really nothing there. She's just not as interesting as any of the other characters, and whatever personality she has doesn't really come through that much in the one interaction you have with her. So it's unfortunate because her being disappeared is like a big mystery at the start, and she's like supposed to be a big deal, but yeah, she's not that interesting. I think I do put her below Assassin and probably Horatius. I mean, yeah, you don't get much time to talk to her, and even in the time you do get, I don't really get much of a distinct sense of character from her. I like Octavia though. I do. She goes in the C+ tier. She didn't do enough to become a B, but I like her. So yeah, I think Aurelia can go there. She can be like a C. She's a good villain. She is a good villain. I don't love her, but she is a good villain. So she can go there. Yeah, I'm happy with this as a C tier more, I think. Old philosopher guy. He's really just in the game to explain the philosophical concepts, huh? He can also be kind of a D. He's less interesting than these two, but he's still slightly more interesting than Scintilla. Ulpius, again, sad missed opportunity. Could have done a bit more with him. I think he just goes in the C- tier, basically, just by default. I like him. I like every character, but there's not that much there, you know? So what can you really do? I guess maybe I don't know. Maybe Fabia and Virgil can go up. I don't know. I'll look at that in a moment. Claudia, I mean, again, I wish they did more with her. She could have been interesting, but unlike with Scintilla, even though she does not do that much, what they do with her in the few moments you have is pretty cool. She's like sort of complex. Yeah, I mean, I like that she's like, you know, kind of bad, but like also I don't know. It was cool. I would honestly kind of maybe give her a C+. She was a cool character. Yeah, I mean, she is being abused, but also she was kind of evil herself. I don't think she cared at all that they had those two people in slavery or whatever. So yeah, but just her design and her character are nice though, and they stand out a little bit more compared to all the C- people. So yeah, she can be a C+. Sentia, I love Sentia. She didn't do much. I really wish she had done more. I wish everyone had done more. But I like Sentia, so she can be at least in the B tier. Karen, I mean, I don't know how to rank this as a character, but her design is fine and she's okay. I think she can just kind of be in the C tier, but like below everyone else. There's not really any reason in particular to like her, but she's well executed for what she is. Kabash, I think he's at the very least a C+. I mean, he's like frustrating, but he had like a code and I don't know, he was fun to interact with. So I would say like, I think he can stay C+, probably. Maybe above Georgius. I think he deserves to be above Georgius. Yeah, the Kabash segment was cool. He was like pretty reasonable, and his character arc of like coming to terms with his religion, being a copy, being fake, whatever, was cool. So yeah, I think he can go like basically at the top of the C+, I think is okay. And then Navia, she was all right. I think she kind of gets a C. I don't think she's as interesting as the two villain guys. She's like a little bit more interesting than Karen by default, but I think that's a good spot. It was a cool idea. I liked the arc that she had, but she just like, it's just not really that interesting. Like when you talk to her, she kind of just has one thing to say over and over. Yeah, Lucretia is great, of course. So, and I wish Lucretia had done more. It's like we talked to her once, we solved the thing, and that's it. But yeah. So I think, yeah, in the B tier, would I reorganize? I mean, I like Sentia. If she had done more, I think she would easily like rank higher, but she didn't do that much. So because we like Galerius so much, he can stay above her. Equity is nice. I feel like she doesn't have that much depth as a character, but she just places high by being like the reasonable, nice person who's your ally, which is basically her and Galerius. Sentia and Dooley are here because they're actually just cool. even if they don't help you very much. Decius, he can be in the B- tier on his own. He deserves that. C+ tier looks pretty good like this. Basically, the C+ tier is like these two, Georgius and Octavia, who are like not really developed very much like the others, but I just have a slight more higher level of fondness for them. Kabash, who has a cool segment, and Claudia, who has some sort of cool complexity. And then the C tier, this looks pretty good. I guess, I mean, Sentius and Malleolus are pretty cool as villains. I do think they kind of can be more near the top of the C tier. I don't really like Aurelia or Olivia that much. They're cool. Navia, whatever. Maybe Navia does deserve to be a bit lower. She's really not that interesting. Yeah, I could see putting Sentius higher. I don't know. He's still kind of just a generic Roman power-hungry guy, but he did have a bit of complexity at first. But then he revealed that he was evil. His motive made sense, though. I mean, who can blame him for wanting to live forever? But yeah, these two guys are both cool. Yeah, I think Domitius can stay higher than half of these people. I don't know. I don't know why I'm ranking the, generic alpha male guy that high, but he's funny for his role. Yeah, this is basically it. Navia could go down. I think Fabia and Virgil can stay C. I do like them. They can be normal Cs. I like Yulia, but she really did even less than these two, I feel. Her whole thing was just like, I'm sad, I was suicidal because of this, and that was that. I can kind of go maybe like this-ish. Sort of. I don't know. They're kind of really on the borderline. I guess I could... Maybe what's actually happening here is that it should be more like, maybe it should actually be more like this. Because I'm not someone who tries to use D as a bad rank. D is like the total neutral. Didn't like, didn't dislike. But E is for dislike, and I don't think I really disliked anyone. So I don't think I need to use such a sliding scale. I think we can kind of keep it the way it was. Because E does imply didn't like, and I didn't dislike any of these. Scintilla's like the closest. She can be D-. We need a D- row for Scintilla. Sorry, Scintilla. But D-, you're not bad yet. You're just like, D is like didn't like, didn't dislike. And Scintilla is just inching a little bit less than the others towards like, didn't really. Yeah, I think for Scintilla, I know, but I do feel bad. But she just really... I wish she had been a bit more interesting, but she was just kind of a typical damsel in distress when you find her. She gets very mad at you, but that's, to be expected. But, I think, yeah, I mean, I do like Fabia and Virgil, so I think I'm okay with this. Yulia is also borderline. If she had just had a little bit more depth, if she had, had anything else to talk about other than her suicide, and if he had anything to talk about other than his suicide, they could have been higher, because I still like their designs and their personality. But yeah, I think I can basically settle on this. I think this is basically roughly accurate.